Hi, I'm Amy, and I want to share with you something that I love to do when it comes to those hows and manifesting. So, your job is to get clearer and define what it is you want and to get into alignment with that by getting your vibration, which is your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, all that kind of stuff, into alignment with what you want. That's your job. And there's lots of tools and techniques to do that. However, the hows are up to the universe. That's when the universe orchestrates the way in which it is delivered to us. So a lot of people end up focusing on how instead of what. Easy to do, and it's an easy fix. It's just get clear, like, do I really want this, or do I really want something else? Is this just the how I think I'm going to get it, the most believable how? If you find yourself doing this, it's totally fine. You can shift very easily. And then what I like to do is I don't let go of the hows that I had in mind, because you want to use them to your advantage. If you already had a how in mind and you were actually focusing on that and trying to get into alignment with that rather than what you want, that means on some level you believe it's possible that that how could happen. You want to use that as a belief reinforcer. What I mean is, once you get clear that you are indeed focusing on what you want, but you did have some hows in mind, at least one, but it's good if you have multiple, then go back and use them to reinforce your belief that you can have what you want, while understanding that might or might not be the way in which it comes. So let me give you a more clear example. Again, I always use this example because it's something I successfully manifested, and it was really significant for me. I was in a contest. I won $15,000. I originally had credit card debt that I wanted to pay off and become debt free. That was what I wanted. But instead of focusing on that, which was what I wanted, I focused on manifesting a lump sum of money to pay the credit card debt off. Now, you may think this is the same thing, but they're actually very different. I thought the only way to get out of debt was to get money. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, but I was trying to manifest a lump sum to do it all at once. When I finally got clear that what I was actually wanting was to be debt free, and I didn't care how I became debt free. I didn't care if money fell out of the sky. I didn't care if I had to do it like over the period of time. I didn't care if, the credit card company contacted me and just said, hey, you don't owe us anything. Who cares? That's the how, right? What I really truly wanted was to look at my credit card statements and have zero balances, and to feel good about myself knowing I have zero debt. Okay, so what ended up happening was I then used my how I originally was trying to manifest, lump sum of money, as a way to believe it was possible to do it faster. But I also had the old-fashioned how, which is the one that I started working on, which was paying it down bit by bit and shifting how I dealt with my spending. So I had two believable hows on how to do this, right? I picked one and I worked with it, the one that I could actually take action on. And when I did that, then the universe was like, oh, look, she's in alignment with her desire. And so then it gave me the original how that I wanted, which was the money to pay it off. So what you want to do is you want to use your believable hows to build your belief that what you want is indeed possible. So don't beat yourself up if you find yourself focusing on a how. Instead, shift why you're using the how from your focus of manifesting. I'm going to manifest the how to get what I want. Don't do that. It won't work. Or if it does work, you'll be disappointed because you'll end up with the how and not what you want. I've done that before. So what you want to do is you want to shift your focus to getting into alignment with what you want, but then go back to your hows that you had in mind and use them in a different way. Use them to reinforce your belief this is possible. That's why you were focusing on them in the first place. You thought this is a possible way. All you have to do is then relax and think, this might be the way. This how might be the way. But there's other ways too, and I am open to any way the universe wants to deliver this to me because I now am clear on what I want. So what you want is the important piece. That's your non-negotiable, this is what I want, it must show up, and it must be this, right? It must be this thing that I want, whether that's a feeling or an item or a circumstance or a relationship. It's like, this is what you want. If it is non-negotiable for you, that's what you want. If it's negotiable, that's your how. Does that make sense? So keep that in mind. This is also interesting with specific people and specific items and things like that, because people think that, a lot of people will tell you you can't manifest a specific person because that's the how. What you really want is the relationship. Yeah, no, you can manifest a specific person if it is the non-negotiable thing. If it isn't negotiable, I actually have helped people get into really wonderful relationships who could care less about a specific person. But I've also helped people who it's what they want is this specific person, a relationship with them, and they've gotten that as well. So just be aware that your how and your what may be different than other people's, and you have to get clear on these things within yourself. I hope this helps. Use your hows to your advantage. They are belief builders because you already believe in them, but be open to the best how to get exactly what you want, which is, again, your want, your what, your thing, your non-negotiable thing. How do you know it's non-negotiable? Because if anything else happens, you wouldn't be satisfied. That's how I know it's non-negotiable. Cool. I hope this helps. Happy manifesting, and go use all your hows to your belief advantage.